Hi, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're a veteran, welcome back. Hans, I heard you're beating dogs with a stick.
Yeah.
That's the word on the street.
Well, I'm not going to tell anybody what I'm doing, but, it was standard in sport, like shouldn't
Yeah.
to hit the dog.
Public information.
Right? And now we don't do that anymore. So, because they say it's not necessary.
Yes. The voice was from the experts.
Don't let me start on those. Look, German Shepherd, or any working dog for that matter, meaning protection type dog, will in real life encounter adversity where the bad guy is going to try to hurt the dog. He'll going to kick it,
Yeah.
hit it with a stick. And we need to know what the dog is going to do when that happens. There's two reasons why to hit the dog with a stick during the training. And it was part of the sport training, but the animal rights activists, the sensitive people, they push their agenda, and it's not done anymore. And so what happens is when you, the reason why it was done was twofold. One of them is you want to see how the dog will react to the pain, when inflicted on him by the decoy or bad guy. And it was done in non-injurious ways. I made a podcast on destructive testing and non-destructive testing, which kind of dovetails to what I'm talking about now.
We published that. It
Yeah,
should have been
I
published.
think it's
Yeah, it
published.
is, yeah.
I'm positive it is.
Yeah.
So there's two things, right? First of all, we want to know where a dog is genetically and by its temperament, where is he at, right? That's really important because when we breed the dogs, you wanna the original task of the sport, or back then wasn't even sport, was testing, but later on sport, like shouldn't, was to see how the dog is gonna react when he gets hit, right? So you put the dog on a sleeve, and you start, vacuuming with this rattan stick.
Yeah.
There's even a name for it. It's called schlag stick. It's part of
heard
every dog trainer's equipment.
Yeah.
And it's not because they're sadists or they want to hurt the dog. They just want to see what the dog, how is he going to react when he's in pain. And then if the dog was able to withstand it, not to get scared of it or try to run away or stuff like that. That helps the breeder to determine to breed that dog, because the dog is a tough dog who can take it, right? He can, there's this shit, but can also take it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons. So you see the genetics of the dog.
Yeah.
And different dogs have different pain thresholds, right? And pain tolerances. So if the dog has a low pain threshold, low tolerance, and you whack him a little bit with a stick and he starts screaming and running away, that's probably not a good prospect for police dog,
Yeah.
or for personal protection dog.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important to know it,
Yeah.
right? Where the dog is genetically within taking pain.
Yeah.
You hear these heroic dogs who go and get shot a few times and they keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the type of dog you want.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anybody says, nobody the dog could get hurt or hit by a bad guy.
Yeah.
But it does happen. So I want to know how my dog is going to react, because that's part of mine and my partners and other people's welfare.
Yeah.
And some people may not agree with it, but my life as a dog handler, or dog handler's life, any dog handler's life, is more important than the dog's life.
Yep.
Okay?
Life, yeah.
You may love him like a child and everything,
Yeah.
but it is not a child.
Yeah.
So you need to know where that dog is in this type of situation, genetically.
Yeah.
And then when you practice, you do different scenarios, and you teach the dog to withstand the pain, to ignore the pain
Yeah.
of the stick hits. And it's not just stick hits, you know, the stick hits are just it inflicts a pain.
Yeah.
It's to any pain, right? You know, step on the foot, whatever.
Yeah.
And so when you train, when they used to train the dogs, they would basically, I remember every bite was accompanied by a hit.
Yeah.
You know, and we usually hit the dog before it bit, and then after it, or when he was on bite.
Uh-huh.
So it was 2 or 3 hits, right? And the dogs didn't care,
Yeah.
you know, and it hurt, because I got hit myself a few times, and it hurts
Like
like
it woke you up.
yeah, it wakes you up with tears running, you know, from the pain, just jerks your tears right out of your eyes, man. It stinks like hell.
Yeah.
Or they use the whip.
I get hit with the whip with training.
That hurts.
It hurts.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like ow.
Right.
Then you get angry too, like son of a gun. That's the handle.
You know,
That's good. That's stress, right?
Well, at least you know what the dog feels, right?
Yeah.
You know? But you know, it's funny, they put electric shock collar on the dog. That's okay. But God forbid, don't hit him.
I know.
You know? So it's just, but you know, we cannot do it anymore,
Yeah.
because the Western culture is pussified to the point that we are generating pussified dogs.
This is where we're gonna end the podcast.
Okay.
This is where we cut it. Right. This is the end. There's no outro, nothing. Just like we can end it right here.
You know, and imagine the herding dog, you know,
Yeah.
or guarding dog, livestock guarding dog, will protect the sheep or livestock against wolf or bear.
You're like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he gets a little whacked by the bear paw.
Yeah.
You know, I'm out of here.
This is.
I'm going to put that video of that Malinois up in front of the White House, how he got a little bit glancing kick and make the fastest U-turn I've ever seen any dog do running away.
Yeah.
We put it there.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, who won? That was dog who's supposed to guard president.
No, it's White House. Yeah.
You know?
It's.
Well, there's another problem, because they train it in prey drive, and prey drive, there aren't much hits.
Yeah.
But that's a different issue, you know. But I don't want to get into that. But you need to know where the dog is at. It's like when you have like the samurais, when he had a sword, he needed to know how sharp it is, or how well tempered the blade is.
Yeah.
You know, you hit something and the blade breaks, you're dead.
Yeah.
If the other guy's blade don't break.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway.
That's the same concept.
So, you know.
So there's a cost to it. Basically, there's a cost to it not doing, you know.
Oh, yeah, but very bad cost.
Yeah.
You know, because if the dog gets hit by the perpetrator of the crime, who was a bad guy, and runs away, somebody may get killed or hurt or whatever.
Yeah.
Dog failed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So remember, we test genetics and we get dog used to it, habituate to it.
Yeah.
I don't care, man. You should see those dogs back then,
Even-
when we hit them.
Yeah.
They would just go, they didn't care.
Yeah.
It was just part of the deal, man.
I was talking with Hans about, like throwing a stick to the dog. And Hans says, they're basically, you said it well, they're like, when they go for it, they're just like reckless. They just go for the stick. They don't. They just,
Right, down the mountain, over the boulders and all that,
Yeah.
tumble sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the deal.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I like to watch on internet, sometimes they show these draft horses pulling logs or something
Yeah,
like
the
that.
really heavy stuff.
There's always some overly sensitive,
Yeah.
oh, that's horrible. They torturing these horses,
Draft horses, that's what they're.
And I said, well, these horses wouldn't exist if they wouldn't do this type of work.
It's like the dishwasher. You start washing your own dishes. They're like, why don't you put it in the dishwasher? That's the only reason it was born. It's like designed is to wash the dishes.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's for. Yeah. I want to save water. Well, no, actually, it saves more water if you put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, literally, like. But yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
it was necessary part of the evaluation of the dog, which we don't have anymore.
yeah,
Now people still do it behind the wooden wall.
yeah,
Nobody can see it.
yeah,
I don't have a problem with it.
yeah,
If other people do it, I don't do it.
yeah. Disclaimer.
Lie. No, I don't do it. I don't hit dogs with stick.
No.
I'm not cruel.
Yeah,
Like that poor Amy girl, how she pushes a dish on the
yeah.
dog and says, "You see, this is,
Oh,
yeah." And the animal rights activists basically shut her business down.
yeah,
Because she showed how the dog was aggressive towards her around food, so she took the dish and kind of nudged the dog with the dish, with the food, and says, "Don't do this, this is mine." Oh, thousands of people, she got death threats and all that. It's crazy, man.
yeah.
If you enjoyed this content so far, please subscribe to our channel. Also, Hans has a podcast channel called Dog Training for Life. Check that out so you can listen to the audio version.
Crazy. Well, it's like, how do you supposed to have a good, team of soldiers if you're not training them correctly? Kind of. I mean, how do you send them to?
I was in military. You go 40 kilometers with 40 kilograms, which
Yes,
is
80
80 pounds, plus machine gun. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, AK, VZ-58. We don't have AK. And you march with these, we call it Canadian boots, these heavy military boots with thin socks.
Yeah.
People pouring blood out of the boots, man. And behind us was going dump truck and picking up the people who just pass out, throwing them in the back. That's the era I'm from, man.
Yeah. Got you this far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That gives enough material to people to
Oh, I'm
destroy
sure.
me.
No, you have good listeners. I think people are enjoying the podcast, and
Yeah, and the name of the podcast is gonna be "Why Do We Need to Hit the Dogs with Stick?"
that's what went viral. There's one viral video.
Why do we must?
Must.
All right. Okay, so far we talked about the why the stick hits were used for testing the genetics of the dog, how he can withstand the pain and stress, right? And there are other reasons for that. The other reason is twofold. One is called habituation, where we teach the dog to specifically withstand the stick hits, because protection dog in past faced a bad guy with a stick, right? And that needs to be on command. So we don't want the dog to attack everybody who has a stick in his hand, right? So everything is on command. And the dog is then trained to not to be surprised when he gets hit by something which that guy holds in his hand, the bad guy. And so that's habituation, right? To get him used to it, the specific action. And then there is the stick could be used for inflict any stress onto the dog. I talked about it before in some of the little short podcasts and also in shorts. If you go through the list of my podcasts, there's something mentioning stress. So I think in one of those or a few of those, I actually talked about it. And what it is that if you teach the dog to deal with a stress level, let's say on scale from 1 to 10, let's say at 6, then any other stress at level of 6, the dog will also be able to handle. So it's transferable. Okay, so the reason why, the additional reason why we would use why the stick was used was to teach the dog to deal with the stress. That's basically all I want to say to this.
Okay, guys. If you're interested in buying any videos from Hans, please visit alpinecaninereal.com. All the training videos.
This is real.
Yeah, real.
This is real training.
This is real training. Yeah.
We don't have a video of teaching how to hit the dog, so we cannot produce things like that in this in this environment.
But the auto drive obedience video is probably one of the most popular videos.
Yeah.
And Hans teaches or shows you how to teach a dog without cookies or toys or e-collar, which is people are
and
baffled.
we push the dog hard mentally.
Mentally.
And we use a tube where we hit the dog by its paper weight. It doesn't cause any pain.
Yeah. Yep.
It just looks menacing,
Yeah.
but it doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has the training video on that too, how to train a personal protection dog. It's a four set video also. And if you're looking for a puppy or a trained adult dog, please contact Hans. The information is down below the video. The dogs come in from the Czech Republic, but Hans will fill you in all the details. Just give him a call. Yep, that's it. And thank you for listening. Please subscribe and share, and we'll see you guys next time.
Ahoy.
So Hans has a membership program. We just started this not long ago, depending on when you're obviously watching the video. It involves, the link is down below this video. We have a whole dedicated page to it. Also, I'm going to tell you about it, but you can go to alpinecaninereal.com and you will see it says join membership right there. There's a button right there.
It's a Facebook.
Yeah, it's a private. Yep,
private.
I'm going to
membership thing.
Yeah. So what it is, it's if the videos are great and Hans has some great videos, but ultimately you need help with your dog, right? You have behavior modification issues, you have obedience issues, and this private Facebook group is where Hans personally helps you. The great thing here is that it's a library of things as the membership builds, as the people are asking questions. So you will also see other people's issues. So it's a wonderful hub of knowledge. You can upload the video of the issue, which is the big one, because Hans, you're going blind a lot of time. People telling you type, but video is the best way, correct? Yeah. So you have that opportunity inside this private Facebook group to upload your issue, and Hans will be there to help. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's an issue about the obedience itself, because when I started training dogs and all that, I did it from books and stuff. Nobody ever told me anything.
Yeah.
I learned a lot on my own, and then I got some input from other people. But you can read something or listen to something and still do it wrong.
Yeah.
You need, unless you do it 100 times and they say, oh yeah, I forgot this and I forgot that. Where if you record your session and send me, download it, let's say on YouTube and put it as a link,
Whichever way. Yeah.
and I look at it, I can immediately tell you what you're doing wrong,
Yeah.
right? And what you should do better and what you do good and what you should do next.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what the group is all about. Right. And there's going to be there are, or it's already active. Yeah. There are two ways to do it. One is the virtual hunts, and we're still expanding on the virtual hunts.
It's an artificial intelligence. I was going to.
Yeah, it's artificial intelligence where you can ask questions 24/7, and you will get an answer, and you won't get a generic answer which was collected by AI from internet. You get mine answer, because Gabor inserts my articles and my videos and my posts into the memory of the AI, and the AI reaches into their memory to answer your questions. And there's literally thousands of topics I wrote about, and even so it's active, we keep adding on it, continuously, and eventually it's gonna be like a big book of what I teach and my philosophy. So, book, you have everything there, but this will be just like an encyclopedia, like a book. You want to look at.
You ask your problem.
Yeah, you ask about Russian Revolution, right? So you go to Russian Revolution.
You won't have that in there, but
okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you want to see how to split atoms, so you go and look up split atom. In the encyclopedia, of course, we are not talking about stuff like that, but maybe we will one day. So that's it. So that's the virtual hunts, what I call it, the artificial intelligence answers. And the beauty of it is that you don't have to worry about calling me at 2:00 at night, right? You can tap into it anytime, 24/7.
Yeah.
And then if you don't get the answer, or you can try to reformulate it, right? And if still don't get an answer, then you can ask me within the timeline, right?
Yeah.
And I will answer it. I'll go there every day and I see what somebody is asking, and I will answer a question personally. Okay.
Yeah. And another neat feature of the AI is if we have a video, let's say it's 30 minutes long, and you ask the question, but your answer lies like 10 minutes and 30 seconds into the video, well, it'll start the video at that 10 minutes and 30 seconds where the answer is to your question. Now that's powerful, because we have a lot of video in the course, and that's a huge time saver, and also just pinpoints you to the where your answer is. So please click below this video, and the link is there. And also, again, you can go to alpinecaninereel.com, and it says join membership. There's a button. All right, guys, that's it.
Yeah. Ahoy.